Morning, critters. Another sunny one. We had a little bit of damage to our corn when we started looking at it last night a little more closely. We got some stuff that got nicked by frost, and I think just in general the cold and the rains for 3 days was just really hard on it. It's just looking a little sad and a little bit beat up, which is a shame because it really had a good head start going. The growing point is still below the soil, so even if a corn plant at this point freezes all the way down, it'll continue to grow right up through the dead part of the plant. So it's not gone, it's not going to need to be replanted, and this stuff obviously didn't freeze hard, but some of the leaves, they just got beat up. They got nicked by unfortunate weather situations. It'll set things back a little bit. It'll put a little bit of unevenness into the fields, maybe a little unevenness at dry down this fall, perhaps. But it's early. Crop's gonna be fine. You just hate to see it. Are you ready to yip at the skid loader, Anna? That sounds pretty fun. Unfortunately, we've got a soybean bin that isn't feeding out of the center now, so just an unfortunate side effect of storing soybeans. Here come the dog yips. Soybeans just tend to have enough pods in them that eventually they all find their way to the center and they build up and they plug it up. And we've got a sump saver in this bin as well. The last bin, so last year we had a really good experience with a sump saver. The last bin here a few weeks ago, it didn't work. And I believe after talking with sump saver, I think we know what the problem was, and I think it was in my installation, but I can't do anything about it until we've got the grain out. So we're just pulling out of the sides. But this sump saver, now that I'm going to, hopefully I installed it right and it'll work like it did last year. It's not a complicated install, but I think what happened was I didn't get the connections together correctly inside the bin. As good as this system worked last year, it was a no-brainer for us. We've got more in the shed that we'll install once the bins get down to that level. Yeah. Maybe I'll install the next ones a little lower on the wall. Okay, there must be pressure on these. Got my hoses run. I'm gonna fire it up now, open up the center. You'll see that there's hardly anything coming out of the center. Is that a nice shady spot, Didge? I can hear that auger rattling, and there's almost nothing coming out up there. So we'll run this sump saver and hopefully that should open it up. Is it coming out?
It's gonna get a little worse, but the guts came out. A little good.
So I'm just holding this right now, so it should be in there spinning above that center sump, working its way through it. Maybe got a lot to work through.
Probably some pods in there and just only pods.
Yeah. There we go. That's a little better. We'll get both pins running now. Another load ready for when this truck shows up. A little more time's passed here. I filled in all the terrible holes that were evolving on our driveway again. So we'll see if they don't hold this time, because I cut them down and refilled them. If they don't hold, I'll probably just get a couple more loads of crushed concrete in there. But we've been transferring into this bin now for about an hour. I'm gonna climb up there and see where we're at. I guess it was coned down, so yeah, it's gonna take some time. Probably gonna be way too dusty to see. Oh, that isn't bad. So we're not out to the walls yet. Obviously takes more bushels to fill the outside of the cone than the center, so I'm gonna say the cone's only half full. This thing's gotta go for at least another hour. It's a big bin, takes a lot of bushels to move it much. I would say the cone's only half done.
Oh yeah?
It's got 6 feet to get to the walls yet.
Wow.
So we better run it for at least another hour before I go up again.
Yeah.
I still have a float to install in this machine. So it's a float along with a filler upper device. This will go on the bottom, hook the garden hose to there, but for now, well, right now I gotta answer a phone call, I guess, but this is what I gotta put in. That contraption. That might be what I want. Or that's usually 3/8. I think I'm gonna have to put the camera down because I'm gonna need 2 hands to get up there. I'm up. Drilling a hole in this tank makes me a little bit nervous, but I'd like to say I'm a professional. I'm definitely not, however. Let's see, if I do that, I can spin that so it hits that. That I'm not worried about, but if I get this, that's gotta go tight. Then where does this go? I think we're gonna be okay here. Here we go. This guy's thick. That's what she said. Holy cow. Real thick. There we go. Oh, that's like a 1/2 inch. That is a 1/2 inch thick. Now don't drop the float, you idiot. It's got a gasket on it, so I shouldn't need thread locker tape. What I will need, I should need thread lock tape on this, but I don't know. Oh no! I can't spin this. I needed to put it out here. I can take this apart. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Probably need another wrench. Luckily I have one behind the camera there. Camera crew, give me that other wrench if I can get this one into place. Thank you. I have nowhere nice to stand here. Definitely have thread locker on that. Well, here's the next issue. Because this tank is so thick, it's a 1/2 inch thick right here, this is all I have left for threads to put this elbow on. And when I put this elbow on, it jumps threads, plastic threads. Just the next thing on a list of why do simple projects always, I don't quote that. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find a pipe thread glue or a cement, some sort of an adhesive rather than just thread tape, and I'm gonna glue it into place, and I'm gonna rotate it so I'm using the threads that haven't jumped yet, and I'm gonna not get it real tight, but it's gonna be glued into place because the side with the crappy threads is what the fitting goes into, and that's gonna go a lot deeper. It's a theory. like that maybe, or that. This probably looks like the correct. This is gonna do. To say that better, I don't know if it's correct or not, but this is what I'm gonna use. It says it works on PVC, ABS, CPVC. My eyes don't focus on stuff that small anymore. Never mind. I had this piece in there. Gow! I had the hose adapter fitting in there 5 minutes ago and it went in fine. After I put the glue on this and put it on, I put the hose adapter in there and went 3 turns and it cross-threaded. Now the threads are messed up on both pieces. So now I need one of each. All I had to do was punch a hole and thread it in. There is 0 chance of us having either of these on hand here, which means I gotta go to town and find some. And I better climb up there and get that glue off there before that dries. Okay, took a little break from my hissy fit there. Don't act that way, kids. Nothing good ever comes from it. Installed the bottom here, so I got this drilled into place. This is gonna be our fill. And I ran the hose up. I ran it a little loose, so I wasn't sure where to put it exactly, but we'll wait until we get the top on there. So someone will have to get to a hardware store here shortly. In the meantime, I'm going to climb that bin again. My legs are kind of getting sick of climbing things today already. It's still not even to the peak. Crazy. I guess I'll be up here at least once more. At least Dad's getting a little bit done. He's got a couple loads to town already this morning. Tell you what, I'm just gonna keep climbing this bin once in a while and doing some odd job stuff here. And in the next video you can join me. I'm going to build the chicken coop and we're gonna move the chickens into the coop. So that'll be fun. Those things are getting big. They want to get out of that brooder. I don't blame them. Well, this thing's about 2.5 feet below the hatch. I think that's gonna be good. So we'll just call that good for them. Any higher and it's gonna get kind of tight in there. There you go. All right, ladies. And there's a couple dudes in here too, but you are gonna be moving probably tomorrow or the next day for sure. Are you excited? Whoa. See you next time. Thanks for watching.
Well, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Between the Rows Race channel.